All right, good morning, everybody. Sorry, just checking, making sure everything is okay on my end over here. Obviously, we got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to try to get through it as fast as possible. So, great morning to everybody. First and foremost, I want to say to anybody that got wrecked or got hurt, I hope you use this as a learning experience. I mean, it's almost a terrible thing to say, especially after you lose a lot of money, but this is trading, and especially in the crypto market, it's the Wild West. And I mean, that's why I'm always telling people to try not to buy the tops, because you're facing exhaustion risk. This is what exhaustion risk looks like. All right. Obviously nobody knew that this move was going to come in. Wyckoff is a meme now. It seems like everybody is a Wyckoff professional. Like they've read all of his books and they know how the model works now. So congrats to them. This is a 3 drives topping pattern. It's a topping formation. All right. I went over it in the video. Wyckoff put his name on it and sold a bunch of books about it, so he gets the credit now. So, but it's the same formation. It basically means the same thing. The drive's going higher. They are making new highs to make people believe as it is a breakout, because it is a legitimate breakout. You can see your daily candles breaking out above your old resistance level and closing on high. But then you fall back in the range and you repeat that process another time. That is basically putting in the top. The demand is waning as the overhead supply is being forced back into the market, as these are selling positions. All right, look at the size of the daily candles that came after this candle was put in. You got 2 days of pretty big down, right? Then they stop selling. Retail picks the market back up. They sell again, and yada yada. So here we are now. So let's not talk about what happened in the past. Let's use this as a learning experience for those that got hurt. I myself did not, because I was short Doge. So I'm in great shape. I was looking for some down, not this much down, and not on Bitcoin, but it happened. So if you remember the last time that I was talking about Bitcoin, this was that level that I was looking at. I said I do not want to see a daily closure below this level. If I do get that, then I am no longer looking for bullish entries on Bitcoin. We have gotten that. All right. If you throw your major moving averages on there, boom, there's your 200 way up here. So essentially, you haven't even retested it yet. Will we continue to move down from here? I believe this is your bounce, right? This is your bounce right here. So when you put in this much of a move this quick, you have this big retracement. This is not buying pressure. All right. So it's up to you, right? But in my opinion, this is not buying pressure. This is nothing to look to buy. I mean, here, if you get back above here, because this is your last lower high, this was your higher high, this was a lower low. Here was your last low. So you put in a lower low. Then you rolled up here, put in a lower high. Boom. Once you took out this low, you have now started a downtrend. You have a higher high, lower or higher low, or lower high, lower low. Damn it. I'll wake up, just give me a minute. And then a lower high, and you've taken out that. So this is the start of a reversal. So if you're looking to buy it, you must clear this, right? Then you can look to buy higher low support if you find it, but only if you find it. So this is a reversal. So how are we going to handle it? Well, let's go back and look at the past market stick. I mean, it's at this point in time, I'm not going to say that any models are broken, but this is what we had last time. We go to the weekly chart and everybody's like, when are you going to exit? I exit when I get a blow off top. If you go back to the $17,000 run, or when you were up at 20K, this is a weekly chart. You had 1 week that took out 2 weeks of bullish price action and one fail swoop, right? Boom. Now we don't have that now on a weekly because of all this distribution up here. So it doesn't look like a blow off top. Let's go to the monthly. Here you go, baby. Boom. This is a blow off top. 1 month worth of price action took out 2 bullish months. Blow off top. I'll be the first to say it if no one else wants to. Here you go. Looking for the 618 or the 0.5 retracement level. Once you hit that, I will be exiting a big portion of my Bitcoin. At that point, that would be a fantastic area or opportunity to possibly look to take any profits if you have them and look for the next market cycle to happen. So look to accumulate once Bitcoin puts in its low. Can Bitcoin, because nobody knows what price is going to do, right? That's another thing. If Bitcoin does rip from here and put in a new all-time high and then just rip up to 300K, then everybody's going to forget about Wyckoff, right? So it's up to you, but this is what I'm going to do. 60K, that's plenty enough. You won't get 60K, obviously, but you got what I'm saying. So let's put that back on there so that way you can see, stretch it out. This is a monthly chart, all right, but it is from the high to this low. So price will probably meander, making higher highs and higher lows on a daily chart. It could take weeks, but eventually once you get up around this area, 51567 on a daily chart, where's that going to look? Right here. Once you get up to this area, you can start to look for some selling pressure to come back into the market. Like I said, it could be in July. By the time it gets back over there, this will probably have some consolidation. So let's give you the ranges right here. So basically this one candle is going to be a range, and then this is your last area of support before you took this out. So that level's 45055 and then 39266. This range right here will probably act as a price range for a while. All right? But I'm telling you right now, this is a blow off top. It is a blow off top. You basically put in a 50% retracement. I mean, 53%. Yesterday alone was like 30 something percent down. Boom. 31% down in one day. That's bad. That's not a stop out. That's not a stop hunt. That is selling pressure. That is panic selling. So wait for it to go up again, because you will get a bounce, and then look for selling places. But if you want, hang on to it. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's going to do, just like nobody else does. But that would be the safe and the most higher probabilistic thing to happen at this point in time. Once again, if we start getting daily closures above 54, 55, 56K, then at that point, hey, maybe something else is going on. Maybe they did buy this up. Maybe it is going to continue to make a bullish push to hit those insane targets of 200, 300K. But you got to look at what price is telling you. That is how I base my trading decisions upon, and I truly believe that everybody should. Price is saying, hey, this is a massive sell-off. If you go look at all the cryptos across the board, they got absolutely demolished yesterday. So you were trading at $4,400 on ETH, and then you hit a low of $1,900. That's insane yesterday. So this is what a blow off top looks like. 56% down. Boom. All in just the span of a week or two. Look at DOT. DOT got absolutely murked. These things are trading with such small liquidity. 68% down on DOT. This is a blow off top, and I am going to treat it as such. All right. But however you guys do, or whatever you guys do, is up to you, as this is not financial advice. And obviously I want Bitcoin to go up. I am a long-term hodler on Bitcoin. I will reaccumulate more at a lower price. I mean, I don't have to worry about Bitcoin. I don't even necessarily need to trade it. Like, I can trade Forex, stocks, everything else. That Doge position, it went up over 200% on this push lower. I took off half the position and moved my stop to like 46, 47 cents. And now that what was left is up 200 or 100%. So I took 100% profits, and now the position's up 100% again, and I've already taken the profits. So I mean, Doge was a fantastic trade for me, but I don't want to rub it in or anything, because I know a lot of people got hurt really bad. So here's also something else. This should have been, because I was talking about it a little bit a long time ago, really, when we were making the bullish push on Bitcoin. I was looking at gold, and I was saying it appears to me that people are selling gold and buying Bitcoin, because this downtrend, once gold put in a new all-time high, it just trended down for a year. You know what I mean? Since August the 7th. So this August will be a year of nothing but straight down on gold. But look at gold's price action now. Double bottom right here. Not a pattern trader, but if the pattern's on the chart, then obviously the pattern played out. And yes, about Wyckoff, obviously I was wrong. And I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. The pattern on Bitcoin looks exactly like the pattern that is called Wyckoff distribution. The two charts look exactly the same. All right, so if that's Wyckoff, then whatever. I'll call it a 3-drive pattern, because that's what it is. It's a 3-drive topping formation. But if you want to call it Wyckoff, call it Wyckoff. This would have been your, this would have been your neckline on this double bottom pattern. So on a breakout of it, which you got here, and then a retest of support, and then a nice clean breakout, this was your signal, so to speak, saying, yep, gold looks like it's trying to go higher. However, since it's been in a year-long downtrend, you don't want to get extremely bullish on it. Now, I have not touched this chart since the last time we charted it together on the live stream. So this, we were looking for it to hold as resistance. Not forever, but you don't buy ahead of resistance. You wait for a pullback. That's when you get long. You can see how it treated it as resistance for 4 days. This big red day right here, I guarantee it, people were like, oh, it's going lower. Good, I'm shorting it. No, it's going higher. Gold is going higher. Bitcoin is going lower. Let's go look at the dates. When the double bottom formation was put in, the last low was put in on March 31st. Let's go see when Bitcoin's high was put in. Bitcoin's high, March 31st is what we're looking for. Well, right here you are, right in the middle. This candle. This is when gold turned around and started going higher. So at this point, this price run up right here was nothing more than a fake out, a stop run, taking out all this liquidity that's sitting above this swing high, took all that out, and you got a nice straight, solid down move, taking out a daily structure swing low. This should have been an indication to everybody. I should have been on top of this. I should have never, ever, ever got on the whole model thing. I never was on it, but this year, obviously, with all this Bitcoin mania and all the other cryptos reaching straight up to the moon, it's easy to fall victim to all the hopium. And I probably did. Otherwise, I would have been like, nah, I don't like this. Why not? Because we took out this swing low. That's always important. Whenever you take out a massive daily structure, it's always important. Whether it turns around and goes back up is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, this price is telling you something. Hey, I took out a swing low, bro. So, yeah. So there you go. Gold turned around right at the same time Bitcoin turned around. Is that coincidence? Absolutely not. They're selling Bitcoin and they are buying gold. Who is they? Well, them. The bankers, the institutions, hedge funds, prop firms, all the people that have a lot of money. They're hedging. They took profits and now they're hedging that bullishness with gold. Just like I hedged my bullish position on Bitcoin with Doge. Same thing, right? Only I didn't sell my Bitcoin yet. So that's just what I want to show you guys. I mean, gold's moving higher, right? So if you're looking for bullish entries on gold, right, you got 2 levels here. You can use the trend line if you want. Trend lines are very subjective. I only put them on there basically to show people the trend or the direction. So obviously gold is putting in a reversal. So here you are, all of your major moving averages. If gold was going to continue lower, I would assume it would have done so once it put in a big fake out move to the upside. You did not get that. So you got a nice bullish impulse to the upside, perfect pullback, a 1-day pullback. Boom, another expansion to the upside. Do you buy gold up here? No, especially not now. Here was your last daily resistance. Look, it is treating it as such. Also, you took out any stops above that high and that high. So this is a liquidity run. So right now, there is no high probable setup at these price levels. You come down here to 1838.77, however, that's a whole different matter. At that point, then gold starts to look very, very excitable for possible bullish positions, all right? So right now, the current trend of gold is up. Even the moving averages are saying such. Here's your RSI. You are at overbought levels. So a pullback is coming in on gold. I'm not looking for a nasty sell-off like we've seen in Bitcoin. I'm looking for a nice, methodical, slow pullback down to 1838.77 or possibly 1815.76. One of those points would be a probably pretty good spot to look for bullish entries. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, so moving on. I was going through comments. Oh, let me show you guys this. I know pretty much everybody should know by now, this is not me. My name will be outlined with a gray circle if it's me, all right? And I will never, ever, ever, ever shill a WhatsApp anything, all right? I don't sell anything on this channel. I don't have no courses for sale, nothing. You can join the membership if you want, and I do have a Patreon, but that's for donations. That's it. I'm not selling nothing. The info is free. Don't buy into this nonsense. It's a full-time job now to keep these guys off the page. So please, just I don't want to see anybody get stole. All right. But anyways, I was deleting some of those comments, and someone asked me to go over pound NZD as she cannot make the live streams, and she wants to know my opinion on it. So I'm going to go over that for her right now, and then we will move on. So pound NZD on a daily basis is moving higher. You are above moving averages on this asset, but it's a choppy asset. It's a very difficult asset to trade because with anything that's paired with NZD, you get these crazy choppy actions, right? Let's go look at a monthly, or here's the quarterly chart. It looks just like pound dollar, where it's been in a lifelong downtrend, right? You had this big massive move up and it was sold off. You are basing out, but you're under that downtrend line. You can't really put one on this chart because of those nasty massive wicks, but you can just see it, right? If a 2-year-old can see it, then you can see it. It's going down on the longer term. But the near term price, here's your weekly levels. Right now you are in weekly resistance. This area right here, 1.97020, that's your last weekly bullish close. You tested that. You're starting to pull back a little bit. This white line is on a daily. All right, it's a daily. This is your daily order block or your daily Heath level. Or from now on, since Wyckoff did it, the trade talk model. You're into resistance, right? Right here. This would have been an area where we would have been looking to take profits. Yes, you did get a daily closure above it, so that looks good for pound NZD. It looks like pound NZD is trying to put in a rally. Once you get over this weekly resistance level on a daily closing basis, as long as you're maintaining that, you are looking good. All right, your next resistance level would be all the way up. Well, we would use this one first, as it is a swing low at 1.99723, but obviously that's once you get that daily closure above all this stuff, right? For right now, there's nothing to do on it because you are into it. Now, if you're a day trader or an intraday scalper like myself, then yeah, you can look for entries on this. I wouldn't be looking for them now, as the move just played out. So let's get rid of all the weekly levels. You can rewind and pause and all that stuff to get them. But here's your 8-hour resistance. That was resistance. Boom, breakout, retest, you're moving higher. So the CTM methodology would be once the high of this candle is taken out, that would be a swing trade entry, but you are buying into resistance. So I would not suggest doing so right now. I'm just basically showing you how it works. Put your stop underneath that wick low, and that would be your CTM entry. However, you buy off support in an uptrend and you sell off resistance in a downtrend. So you're looking for buying off support. Is this support? Yeah, it held so far, but there's nothing that says that it has to hold. So coming into all of this right here, I would be letting this thing chill out a bit. And there is no daily or no intraday opportunity on it either, right? Not really. I mean, technically there is, but all this nonsense right here, I don't like trading that stuff. There's no like legitimate levels. It's just chaos. When you have a lot of chaos, yeah, I think there's better things to look for, better assets to trade. But it does looks like it's trying to move up in the longer term. Like on your daily, it does look like it's trying to put in a low and make some higher highs and higher lows. So the current structure looks fantastic. It looks productive. Looks very productive. All right. So let's go to Euro USD. I took a trade on this yesterday and took profits once we took out the daily high, and then I got stopped out. So let's go look at what happened. All right. So yesterday morning, where were we? Right here. All right. So once we pushed through, this is a daily level. We traded back out of it on this retest. No, it was not that retest. I'm sorry. It was this one right here. This 5-minute retest. I had an arrow on the chart to mark it. I must have deleted it. So once we broke out above this daily level, I was looking for bullish price action. I was looking at this as a pullback. I got long. My stop was right here. So once we went up in here and started putting in these highs, I took 2/3 of the position off me. My stop to break even. Later on in the day, around 2 o'clock, boom. So this happened right at 2 o'clock. So I don't know if the FOMC spoke yesterday or not because I was so busy yesterday. But this push lower is what stopped me out. But it was a profitable trade. It hit my target. My goal was met. This is why I day trade like that. If it turns into a swing trade, then hallelujah. But it did not. So I don't know what FOMC had to say or even if he spoke. But for this big bearish candle to come out at right at 2 o'clock, I would have to assume that it was him. So the market did not like that. So now you're basically just basing out again. The longer term outside, like if looking at a top-down approach, this thing is bullish. You're situated above all your major moving averages. Here they are. They're starting to spread out, which indicates bullish momentum. All right. RSI, same thing. You were trading up above the bullish control zone. So I'm only looking for bullish entries on this asset. I just don't see anything today, right? I don't see anything today. So currently you're trading as an inside day, which is a choppy day. Chances are it can remain inside for the rest of the day. Look for the breakout above or below this daily range tomorrow or the next day. And then we will look for entries, as that will also give you a little bit. If it wants to pull back again, then obviously I would like that much more, but we will see. I am still long pound dollar from last when we had non-farm payrolls. So my bullish entry is on this bullish candle right at the bottom of it. And I'm still long this thing. My stop is like literally at one spot 39, 174. So I don't see it getting hit anytime soon. The trade is up fantastically. I'm just rocking and rolling with that. You are coming into a lot of resistance. All right. Because you're trying to break out of a 3-month downtrend, not a 3-month, a lifelong downtrend on the quarterly chart. But once again, trend lines are very subjective. If I take off the log chart, look how far it goes away from current price. Log on, log off, log on. Yeah. So trend lines are very subjective. However, I am looking for this to be a breakout. If it fails and starts to trade lower, like on a daily or weekly, then I'll be looking for sells on this asset. Because I think we're in a position to where pound can be a really good position trade. A nice long-term, half a year to a year trade. If you get a nice solid breakout out of this thing, you could get a big run because it has never traded above this trend line. Not for very long. So you can get a nice run to the upside and vice versa. If we reject from here and start to head lower, see what happened last time we came up into it? That's a pretty nice trade. Even here, boom. So if that's what happens, boom. You know what I mean? Be a nice short. But we have to wait for this price action to play out. It does look like it's running out of steam. Right? It does look like it's running out of steam. This was nice. This is what you want to see. And even this is what you want to see. So right now, it's looking okay. But it does look like it's running out of steam. I would have liked to seen a big, massive breakout over this stuff, as that would be more indicative of stronger bullishness. This is good though. As long as you're trading above that, you're fine. If you start taking out if you take out this wick low, because this level is a monthly, quarterly, and a weekly resistance. So let's go show you one more time. Here's your monthly, quarterly, weekly resistance. I will outline it by making it yellow. This way it's easy to see on the smaller term time frames. Here's your monthly resistance, weekly. Wait, where is it? Oh, right here. Sorry. Resistance, right? Perfect resistance. So a weekly test of this area is still fine in my opinion, and I do have another bullish target right there, one spot 42,415. So if we get a weekly pullback down to this level, as long as we maintain it on a weekly closing basis, meaning closing at or above the level, I will be looking for more entries to take this thing higher, targeting one spot 42,415. That's what I'm looking for on the pound. There is currently nothing that I'm looking at on the day for a day trade on the pound, because once again, you are trading inside day. Inside days are choppy days. You are looking for range expansion days. If you're looking to learn how to become a day trader, you want to capitalize when the daily range expands or trends, right? This is trending candles here. This is what you're looking for. Entry and then ride the trend up when the range expands. When it's trading inside of your previous or your prior range, there's nothing to do. Because on the intraday charts, the smaller time frames, you're going to get chopped apart, right? Everybody was shorting above this swing high, smoked. Everybody getting long below this swing low, eventually I'm sure will be smoked. So it's very difficult to trade when a range is being chopped apart. So just leave it be, right? Leave it be. So I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Not really seeing a whole lot to do today. But obviously I'll be in the Discord, in the scalping room, where other people will be like, hey, I like this. What do you think? Maybe someone will find something out. Euro Ozzie looks like it's trying to break out. This was a very long-term consolidation, forming almost a rounded bottom, so to speak, making a higher high right now. Boom. This is a higher low. This is a higher low. This is a higher low than this low. So you are trending up. Now, these wedge patterns on the bottoms usually mean a bearishness or a breakout to the downside, but you can clearly see it is broken out to the upside, right? So retest of this area, one spot 56692 would be a good spot to look for bullish entries, targeting this resistance level. Do you want to buy it today? You possibly could. Looks like you're testing right around the midpoint of this bullish range expansion, this bullish candle right here. So if we throw the fib on it, let's see what we're doing. Yeah, around the 50% mark right now. So I mean, the day, it's red on the day, right? And it's going to be an inside day unless it finds about a bullishness and runs higher. So I do like this hourly right here. So you came down, found support. Where? Up at the trade talk model right there. Oh man, I'm not going to let you all live that one down. All right, here we go. Boom, support test. There it is. So if you're looking for bullish entries, I would definitely want to see this area hold, one spot 57292. That's what I'd be looking for right there for possible support. Let me get this yellow lines off. All right, and that's pretty much it, guys. Oh no, one more. USD JPY. So this looks like a turd, right? But if everything starts to trade lower, I believe you may see some dollar strength. The S&P 500's coming off. We know why. Obviously, I went over this the other day, why the S&P 500, NASDAQ, everything's coming off, because basically you've hit your profit targets exceeding 12% on the year to date. S&P 500 still up rapidly. Selling may go away. I've been screaming it from the rooftops. It looks to be playing out. But this thing may get some bullishness. I don't know. I'm watching it very closely to see what happens. All right. If I do get a break back above 109,345, I'm going to be looking for bullish entries on this asset, as it was in a nice bullish uptrend, and then the uptrend got thwarted up here at your weekly resistance. Right there. Boom. See? Right there is where it got stalled out. Had a 3-week pullback, 3-week consolidation, 4-week consolidation, inside weeks for everybody. So we're looking for a breakout up or down on this asset. On up or down, that'll probably give you at least enough to basically say, yeah. But did you see that line I just took off the midpoint of this weekly range? You can see how this came in and tested it. I did get long on that a few weeks ago. I was looking for this to continue, but it's just been chopping around sideways, which leads me to believe that there is probably more of a higher chance or a higher probability of this thing breaking out to the upside. Here are your daily moving averages. You can see you are testing your 21, right? So this looks nice, consolidation. So I'm looking for the rip to the upside. On USD JPY, here is your RSI. You are still situated above the 50 marker. Right now is a perfect opportunity on this asset to get long, but we have to wait. If you're a swing trader and you want to get long now and put your stop underneath this wick, then hey, by all means, go for it. That'd give you a nice almost 2-to-1 just up to this resistance, right? So it's your call. I'll let you make those decisions, as it's not financial advice, but it does look like it's wanting to break out. I could be wrong. Obviously, I can always be wrong. If we break out beneath this level, 108, 585, this level right here, and this trend line, then I'll be looking for lower prices. I will still be bullish on it until we take out this swing low. As long as this swing low is intact, this price action is still in charge. All right, and that's it. Let me go look at all the people yelling at me about Wyckoff. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Hey, Heath, if we went all in on ADA near the top, how would we go about getting out of the trade? Well, hopefully you're not. I assume you're still in it if it's you, or maybe you're asking for a friend. If you went all in around the top, how do you get out? Oh, man. I would say I would probably go ahead and do it because you got this big bounce. Boom. Right? Let me get rid of these exponentials. Let's see what we got on this. So you're testing the 50 spot, the 50 point, all right, of this blow off price action. I mean, you're right about where I would start looking to take it out. I mean, obviously that means you're going to be hit with a loss, but the probabilities of this thing trading back up to all-time highs with this kind of momentum is highly unlikely, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. That's what you can do whatever you want. If you think it's going to make it to the 618, maybe exit there. But I don't know if it's going to go back up to the highs, my friend. Unfortunately, I just don't know it. But I mean, anything's possible. Look at that wick there. The difference between this wick here and this price action that we got now is this was just a flash on Kraken's exchange. This one came in after 2 other bearish days. Right, so that's everything. So the momentum was going down, 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 and boom, blow off down to the bottom. So yeah, this is a selling opportunity. But I don't know what to say, my friend. And I apologize, and my condolences go out to everybody that got hurt, and I sincerely mean that. Because part of it I feel is my fault because I was caught up in the hopium like everybody else. What's up, everybody? Says Jay Bradley. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, everybody. All right, let me scroll down and see if I can find something. Tough would be good to know. Hence why I believe the wick will wick up 74K-ish. It's possible, Shane. Like I said, man, anything's possible. This was a buying opportunity on Bitcoin for a lot of people. Really, Max Payne. Have a good day, Heath. Yes, you too, Alice. Yes, it is Max Payne. Absolutely. I get you, brother. This could be a double peak cycle. I follow price, near-term price, because in my opinion, near-term price is the best way to look. So I don't know. I'm going to be looking at it to roll over. Good morning, Heath. No liquidations for me. Congrats, Cassidy. That's fantastic. None for me neither. For a double peak, you need a drop from a blow off top first. Yeah. And you've got the blow off candle. I sent Jordan a screenshot of what I believe will happen because something is stinky. We were at 44K. Thought, yeah, drop. How far? Well, 30K bounce. That was a lot. Now I think bounce to 74 trap. Buyers making all-time high, then drop. But this is what I would do if I had big money. Big money, it's not like big money knows when they take their positions, they don't know if it's going to work either, right? I mean, a lot of people are under the assumption that big money is like calling each other like, hey, you think we should sell it now? No, that's not how it works. They're in competition with other big money, right? They have models and computer whizzes, genius people that work for them. They have so much money, the smartest people in the world. So you're trading against fairly stiff competition, but they don't orchestrate these moves, right? It's not like they're all against us. It's us versus them. It's not how it works. Can big money make the market go back up because they just want to stop everybody up to the upside? In my opinion, they've already stopped everybody out to the upside. This was stopping everybody out to the downside. So now you're going to probably get consolidation, probably reach for that 618, and then probably roll over. That's the probabilistic thing. It can absolutely head higher. If people bought that wick up and the market has been exhausted of all the sellers and now it's nothing but buyers, then yes, price will go up. But how many people do you honestly think bought this? Right? Most people, the majority, got destroyed. So there might be a few that bought this, but most people got destroyed. So if this was a move to shake people out, everybody is shook. They're done. It's over. So this is why you can look for consolidation for the next few days, in my opinion. That's the way I will be treating it. I could be wrong, though. I can be wrong. I must say that. You guys have to understand that nobody knows what's going to happen. Can you do analysis on Dogecoin, please? Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's my stop and entry, but I put that out on Twitter already, so let's get rid of it and I will show you what's going on. So on Doge, this was the run up, Elon SNL, boom, right? That was a 40% drop. A 40% drop. That means something. Always means something. 44% drop in the span of 3 days. So anybody that got bullish in this price action got wrecked. Then you had consolidation on a daily basis. Now this move here, this is your fake out move, but it did not fake us out because we were looking for resistance at 0.58075. We were looking at this to hold. That's where you get short. And it held. And here we are. Boom. But on a smaller time frame chart, I didn't get short up there. I got short at 50. 50. 50 cents is a massive level for any asset that's trading around $1 or under $1. 50 cent is going to be that line in the sand, so to speak. That's why we never got above 75 cents. Because once you get above 75 cents, well, then $1 is imminent, right? It's probably incoming. You got stalled out at 75 cents. So at the 50 cent mark, I figured once we lost that, we're heading lower. And that's what happened. So on the 4 hour, this is that resistance test. See, this was a fake out move. And I was telling everybody, look, this is a lot of buying coming off this low down here. So if we get above this resistance level, I'll be looking for bullish opportunities, more or less, because this will be telling me something. But it stalled. Put in this move here, went up, traded up, tested the trade talk model. Resistance, tested resistance, that's resistance. And then failed. Lower low, boom, right there. This is when I got short, right here. This push up into the trade talk model. All right, I'll stop. It's not funny. Into resistance, right here, 50 cents. I got short. Stop above this wick. And then boom. That's all you're looking for. That's how it's done. I had no idea that this kind of a move was going to come in. In fact, my target was here, the next area of support, as I was looking for a favorable risk to reward. This was a favorable risk to reward. You put in a bearish engulfing at resistance. That's a pretty good indication, a pretty good sign. So this would have been your first support. This would have been your next support, which is why you can see if I throw a line on there, you got a wick, a couple wicks to it, right? Wick, and then break, retest. But there's so much momentum in this. Instead of getting a nice, perfect touch, you got this big wick, because that's a lot of volatility. But it's still holding. That is holding right now. Still. Here's your next level. Tested. So far, it is holding. So, yeah, I'm holding it. I'm going to continue to hold it with a half a position. I'm going to let it rock and roll straight down to 10 cents if it wants to go down there. I don't care what it does from here. Am I bullish on it? No. Can it become bullish again from here? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Elon just has to get on the phone and be like, or get on the Twitter and be like, I just bought 50 million Doges. And people are going to buy it right back up again. It's about supply and demand. Right now, there's too much supply. You're going lower. So these levels, I call them support and resistance because the whole point of the channel is to teach newer traders. So I simplify it by simply saying support and resistance. And a lot of people think that I don't know what I'm talking about because of how much I have simplified it down for people. But yeah, I can make it sound just as confusing and difficult as anybody else, right? But this right now, the overhead supply in the market is crushing price. And I'm situated all the way up here with a stop now at 47. So if it does come back up, I'm good. I took 100%. 100% is a fantastic trade. Always. But right now, it looks like, obviously, I'm looking for this thing to continue lower. The continuation to the downside is in effect. You will have trouble down here. That's a lot of support. All right? There's probably a lot of buy orders sitting down here. We tested all the way back down to 21 cents yesterday on Doge. That's huge. Huge. 72% on Doge. Oh. This is exhaustion risk, guys. This is what exhaustion risk looks like. This is why I continuously tell you guys, please do not buy these highs as you're facing exhaustion risk. This is what it looks like. The support has been exhausted, and then boom, boom, boom. You just have a free fall. And it happens over and over and over again. It doesn't happen 10 times a year, but so far in the last, say, 4 years, it's been happening almost once a year, right? So I would be careful. Let me see what else we got going on here. He's my man. We play the long game. Yes, I do. Doge making me laugh. It's crazy. Yes, it is. You don't make loss if you don't exit. Yeah, but if you're losing a lot of money, you really have to think about, hey, do I want to continue to lose a lot of money, or do I want to exit this thing, regroup, and come at it again? Right? I mean, gold ruined my trading. Hate that pair because it's, for me, the timing. Gotcha. Textbook Wyckoff. Yeah, it was manipulation. Every buy order, every sell order is manipulation. Manipulation is a word people like to hitch their wagons to put blame on. Hence, if I blame market manipulation for this because I lost money, then it makes me feel better for my bad trading decision. When I stopped doing that, when I started saying, no, Heath, you made a terrible trading decision, you should probably hit the books and get a little bit better, that's when I started to become a better trader. When I put the blame on myself. I am the one that hit buy. I am the one that hit sell. Nobody else. Every single buy order, every single sell order is manipulating the market. Every single trader, investor is a market manipulator. You, me, all of us. Bias changed from buys on gold. Every big drop now, already buy it. Let me see here. Let me scroll down because I got to bounce in about 15 minutes as I got to get ready to trade today. I was in longs during both dumps and still ended up in profit. Nice job, Sloth Bag. XAG, USD. Yeah, we looked at gold just a minute ago. I will go back in it real quick just to give you quick levels. So this is what we're looking for on gold. These are our levels. As long as gold keeps going up, Bitcoin keeps going down, I will assume it's capital rotation. They're rotating from Bitcoin back into gold. So from when this move was going down, they were rotating out of gold into Bitcoin. Now they're coming back to gold. So here are some technical levels for you to watch. This is a 4-hour and a daily level right here, 1815 spot 76, and then 1838 770. You are in resistance. You are not looking to buy it up here. You're looking to buy it down here or down here or down here, but definitely not up here in the midst of resistance. And this was a pretty solid move. So this price range here is going to also act as resistance. It's doing it right now. So let it pull back. Look for bullish entries at one of these three levels if you're looking for bullish entries. If you're looking to short gold, I would say now is probably the time to do that. But that's it. Feels like the entire crypto market is all based on tweets. Yeah, it does feel like that, Matt. It definitely does. Twitter, a lot of very influential people out there have a lot of reaction on the price just based off a tweet. Donald Trump was doing it. Now Elon Musk is doing it. It sucks, but it is the market that we have, and we must learn how to trade inside of that market. I am up heavily big on the week this week, right? So you can learn how to do it. There is a way. What just happened? The chat just bounced out of nothingness and I lost everything. Goodness. You're welcome for the analysis, John Kim. BTC isn't over yet. Halfway, 4-year cycle. That's what the old model shows, Robert Backer. Yep. If it's considered still the bull market, there's still about 100 days left on it. If it's going to continue to repeat what it did in the past. The past markets, it often rhymes, but it's never indicative of past results. It's never going to, I don't know. I follow price. What price is doing right now? Right now. Heath, you are the GOAT. Thank you, my friend. Takes balls to say all that. Yeah, I'm not ashamed of nothing, my man. I'm here to teach you guys, right? You guys. Have you looked at S&P 500? Absolutely, I have. I'm a trader. I sit in front of the charts all day long. Here we go. Where is it at? I thought I had it. There it is. Yeah, so I was talking about this the other day. It was a few sessions ago. I did a live stream, and basically I told everybody, look, year to date, you're up 12%, so look for sells on the S&P 500. Or if you're long the S&P 500, maybe look to take profits, because the S&P 500 on average has about an 8 to 12% realized annual year-over-year returns. So if you're an investor, a hedge fund, or if you're if you're in control of billions of dollars of other people's money, you've already hit your goal for this year to date. The S&P 500 is up 12.82%. This is sell in May and go away. This is your sell-off, this is your pullback, this is your selling opportunity. This is what you're going to be looking for in Bitcoin. This exact pattern, right? Sell in May, go away. Now, when S&P 500 pulls back enough to where it gets more attractive for the big investment bankers, hedge funds, all those people to start to put money back into it, looking for possibly another run up to 12, 8, 10%, then that's when you're going to be looking for bullish entries on this. It is long-term up to the upside. It's in an uptrend. And yes, looking for buys in an uptrend is generally what you want to do. This is a topping formation. This is something else, right? But also, this is also something here too, guys. I want to show you something. This is Wyckoff. The same thing, right? You got a not substantial higher high, then you trade back down into the range. This is the pattern. Trade up, make a new all-time high, drop back down into the range. This is distribution. Only this time, it didn't work. Everything works in trading, just not all the time. Patterns usually have a hit rate of like 30%. And that's the Wyckoff distribution pattern as well. If you keep this mentality, a broken watch is right 2 times a day, then you won't fall victim to all the stuff that's going on. The Wyckoff model called the top. Here's Wyckoff. But it didn't call a top that time, right? You'll see this on every chart pattern all over the place. Wyckoff doesn't always get it right. This time, it did. So, excuse me. Let me get back to it. Be looking for bullish entries on S&P 500 just yet. I would let this topping formation finish playing out. Year to date, I would probably be watching close to this line here, this 37.59 level. That means that the S&P 500, if it gets back down there, I don't know if it will. I'm not saying that it will, but if it does, you will be 0% on the year. So that would look attractive for investors to start picking it back up. In my opinion, you will probably find support long before that. It's just going to take a while, right? This is your next area to look for a support test and hold, 39.76. If you're bullish, right here. If you're bearish, this would be my next target, right? So 39.76 spot 40. This is what we're looking for gold or S&P 500 to go to. Will it find support there? I do not know, but that's the first area that you will be looking for it. This level right here has already been tested. Can this be support right now? It's possible, but you have made a lower low, taking out all of this swing low, and a lower high. If you take out this swing low, you will be in a downtrend, the very beginning of one. But I'm not looking for the S&P 500 to be destroyed. I'm just looking for it to get pulled back to a price point that looks attractive for large firms. So that way I can start to buy back in on it. So hopefully that makes sense. Dot link ADA USD spots to exit. Let's see, I did ADA already for the other guy. Let's go look at Dot. I can't believe Dot got absolutely shreked. This is destroyed. Man, you took out prices all the way back to February 2nd. So where to get out? Fib retracement, start from the high, go to the low. Put my magnet tool back on so I can actually do that. There you go. Anywhere from the 50 to the 618 level, plus you got a daily resistance area right there. So anywhere in this section here. So from 31 to 39. I know that's very broad, but it is what it is. Because it doesn't have to go back up there. With this kind of momentum, a 38.2 test is probably good enough for this thing to roll back over again. But those are the areas that people will be looking to exit their positions if they're still holding this. Which is generally why when you get a test up to these levels, you get a big price push to the downside because so many people were waiting on that. And that's what happened in the last Bitcoin market phase. Once it put in its all-time high, had a blow off top, tested right back up to the 618 level, and then dump. Because that was the exit. Sorry guys, I'm probably not going to get to every one of these comments, and I really apologize. Today was a big rant. First guy to call, blow off top. It definitely looks like a blow off top to me. How is NAS 100 looking? Let's pull up NAS 100, or I will pull up just right here. It is on the way in. Yeah, it's doing the same thing here. Here's our year to date on the NASDAQ right here. So let's put a line on there. You can see that you're almost red on the year, right? You're barely up on the NASDAQ. On the year, you are up 2%. So it's had a pretty big pullback. This wasn't overextended as the S&P 500 was. If you go look, you'll see that you were only right at about 9% on the year. So yeah, it's had a big pullback, but this is tech related. All the stocks are going to do pretty much what I'm talking about on the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. So any of your big cap stocks, Apple, tech, all of it, Microsoft, Tesla, everything, right? It's going to experience a pullback more than likely, just like this is doing now, because it's not attractive for investors, for professionals to buy highs, especially when you're in May. You're coming up to the halfway point of the year, right? So they're going to be waiting for some more data, and then once the price pulls back to a level where they're comfortable at buying again for yearly profits, they will enter, and then it'll be time to look for bullish entries again on all those assets. But they're all basically going to follow the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the RUT. The Russell, I think, got hurt a lot worse. Let's go look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's basically, I don't know. Let's go look. Where's year to date? Here we go. How good are we? Oh. So what's going on? Here, let me go over here to my Forex real quick. Let's see what the RUT is doing. Here we go. Boom. So where are we at on the RUT? Year to date, we went all the way to 18%. So naturally, a pullback is in stake, right? So it's happening right now. Right now, you're sitting at 10% on the year. Is that attractive to investors? I think it could go a little lower and be more attractive. Plus, on top of that, you will get underneath all of these stops. Boom. So a test down to 204.84 be a pretty good spot to look for entry on the RUT, right? As long as the narrative stays the same. If we have another big pandemic or some other massive news that comes out, then you're going to be red on the year for all the markets. But we had that last year. I'm not looking for it this year. So I'm going to treat the rest of the year like a normal rest of the year. Be looking to invest back into these things once they've had a nice pullback and they become more attractive. There's a wallet dumping out 1 million Doge over every 50 minutes. Look it up. It's a real deal. Literally said he wants Doge down. And when you compare his wallet dump versus Doge graph, it matches 100%. Yeah, but this is the thing, RX7 parts. I don't need to know that to still capitalize in these markets. The chart tells me everything I need to know. But, I mean, hey, if that's why it's doing it, I'm fine with it. Absolutely fine with it. Because I'm situated for it. Oh my gosh, I got so freaking far off. Exit, exact Wyckoff, 100% coordination. Elon pumping the top, come on. Hello, I want to learn trading like you do. Well, stick around, my friend, you're in the right spot. I hold nothing back on these videos. I tell everything that I know. Guys, just stay in, pay attention for a while. I got in early in 2019 because I lost my ass in 2017. Yeah, I mean... I'm trying to find something to look at for somebody because I've got to go in about 2 minutes, and I did a lot of rambling, and I apologize for that in advance. Heath, you look on these charts and fibs with the log chart. Why is this your preference than a fib on the auto chart? I'm not looking at the fit. Okay, Danny, all right, so let's go back to crypto or in Forex. Let's use Forex first. I don't really care too much about the fib and like, all right, so let's go. If we're looking for a retracement from this swing low to this swing high on the Euro USD and we want to use the fib to do it, if I go out of log on Forex, it doesn't change at all. It's exactly the same. The prices, this is the prices. If you watch them, they do not change. All right, they do not change. So it doesn't really matter as far as which chart you're looking at. I don't care. With crypto, I like to look at the log chart and a lot of times because log chart is showing you percentage moves instead of real moves. That's why when I'm looking at a monthly chart or a weekly chart on the standard, I'm trying to tell you guys, look how insane this move is, because this is what it really looks like. You take it on, you leave it on log and it looks like just a standard uptrend. right? Look at this. That don't look too insane at all. But when you do it like that, that's an insane move, right? So let's go look and see, does the price change on log when we use the fibs on Bitcoin? There's log, there's log. The prices stay the same. I'm looking for the price, right? The 618, 50,000 bucks. That's a good spot to exit. The 50%, 46,000 bucks. So the price does not change. It's the same. So it doesn't matter is basically all I'm trying to say when I'm looking at it from one to the next. It does not affect it at all. At all. Look at this, guys. This is a monthly candle. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4 months of price gone. That's a blow off top. LOL, I don't want to sell it. Now I know next time it will be $4 or $5 whenever that happens. Never want to sell and buy for more later. With Bitcoin, basically, I'm entering on big pullbacks. I'm not buying with an amount. Like if Bitcoin goes to zero tomorrow, I'm still going to be able to function as a person, right? I'm not going to lose anything other than the money that's in Bitcoin. It's not going to affect my ability to eat or my ability to pay my bills. So that's how I invest in Bitcoin, with that kind of money. Not a lot. Enough to where, hey, if it goes up like it did, I make a lot of money off of it. And I did, right? I'm still up nicely. So I'm not even going to exit all of it. I'm just going to exit some, and I will be buying the whole way down. Because in 5 to 10 years, I think Bitcoin will be trading at $1 million, right? It's what I believe. I've done enough looking into the asset. This is what it did last market cycle. Once you had a blow off top, you found a bear market low. We have a blow off top. I'm going to be looking for a bear market low, and I don't care where it is. I'm going to buy more, waiting for the next halvening. And I'm going to keep doing that for years and years, because I firmly believe the asset's going to be way more higher. This market cycle, I don't know about that. But 10 years from now, I'm pretty sure $30,000 Bitcoin, $40,000 and $50,000 Bitcoin is going to be extremely cheap. I think I'll hold 1,000 for the next bull run and keep saying it. Yep. Sounds good. Sounds good, my friends. All right, guys. I must say, thank you guys for coming, and thank you so much to my channel members and Patreons. The next live stream will be Saturday, as today is Thursday. So Saturday I will do the crypto weekly outlook, and we'll talk more about it, see what's going on, see how much price has changed. I'm not looking for massive changes in price anytime soon. I'm actually looking for a little bit of range-bound activity coming up for the next few days. So if you're going to look to trade that or buy on those dips, just make sure you're not doing it with leverage, please. And if you are, make sure you have a defined area of risk, meaning a stop loss, as well as a profit target. All right, that'll go a long way into helping you become a better trader. So with that, I must say thank you guys once again. Make sure you trade safe, trade smart. Happy trading, everybody.